Well, the girls are back in town in the Grade 1 test up at beautiful Saratoga. Well, you know my fillies are back in town. The 3-year-old girls are back in town. You see me with my Rachel Alexandra shirt on. Yeah, I see Zenyatta there for sure. But hey, there's no filly greater than Rachel Alexandra. Pump the brakes outside of Ruffian. That's a different conversation. But in the Grade 1 test on Saturday, up there at beautiful Saratoga Springs up in upstate New York. Race number 8, 500,000. They're going 7 panels, y'all, on the dirt. Hey, it's quite a few nice fillies in here. I think it's a full field of 6 for sure. And I'm going to dial right into this, but before I do, I'm going to ask for your classy support. Hey, remember to turn your closed captions on, your CC button. You'll see it down there under your screen somewhere, right? So you can see the names and different things we're talking about go across the screen. And remember to subscribe, ring the bell, do those things you do to support your local gunfighter, your Speed King, for sure. Having a bunch of fun, y'all. As always, can always use your support. Buying the Speed King of Coffee, buying tip sheets, buying shirts. We do have a bunch of those in here for sure. Just email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. Having a bunch of fun on Wednesday hump day as we move to a great weekend of racing up there in Saratoga. Tip sheets will be available for the full card up at Saratoga for sure. Hey, about 7 to 8 graded or 3 grade 1s, 1 grade 2. A lot of stake races up at Saratoga, none bigger than the Whitney, right? We're going to call for a beatdown with this arm in the race at 15 to 1. What great value. So please, tip sheets, great way to support us, right? We got a pretty high ROI for sure in our top 3 picks in any one of our tip sheets. Email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. Well, I told you, somebody better talk to me. My girls are back in town. I love filly racing. Everybody knows that. And I think the greatest filly of all time outside of Ruffian is, Rachel Alexandra. I understand people like Zenyatta, but it wouldn't even be close, in my opinion. That's all. Well, the grade 1 test is a small field, but a very compact, nice, talented field for sure. And of course, the favorite in the race, let's give her a little love. Ways and Means at 7 to 5, the number 4 horse on the morning line. It's Chad Brown, y'all, and Flavian Pratt is in the arms. He'll probably miss the break, by the way. And by Practical Joke, Warriors Reward on the back end for sure. Hey, this horse doesn't have to apologize to no one. So I guess Ways and Means, the number 4, probably should be the favorite in the race. Did beat up on some allowance horses on June 6th at Saratoga, winning by 8 lengths, right? But I'm not sold. I'm not taking 6 to 5, 4 to 5. I'm not taking a short line on the number 4 horse. Does the horse have the right to win the race? By all means, right? I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. Obviously ran a beautiful allowance race last time. Now back in 58 days, fresh, fit, and fast. Chad have him ready. Flavian Pratt in the arms. Well, a world-class rider. Will make some mistakes here and there, usually in crucial times. So don't be shocked if he missed a break on this horse. But anyway, that's just the cliff notes for sure. But I'm going to go to my top pick, my main squeeze. Give me some Mike Maker, right? Oh, I like this filly, right? Hey, 5 to 1 is nothing shabby to sneeze at. Well, the number 5 horse, my main squeeze. Oh, is that my boy in the arms? That's Louis Sias, y'all. Hey, listen. Mike Maker has this filly ready to run. She's by Audible on the back end by Spiegeltown. And listen, this one can flat out run. She has 5 wins from 9 starts and 2/3. That's not shabby. There's nothing to sneeze at. And 5 to 1 offers tremendous value. This game is and has always been, from a Patreon standpoint, about value, right? You don't need me to give you Ways and Means. Everybody's going to be on her. You need a search warrant not to be able to not find Ways and Means. Obviously, she's a win contender in here, but I'm looking for value in horses that is on the upswing. And if you look at my main squeeze with 9 starts and 5 wins, money making Mike Maker making plenty of money. He'll be calling the signals, y'all, for sure. Well, this one comes out of the Acorn Stake race. It was a pretty fast pacing that day, right? This one's, well, I guess she was hung out pretty, not wide, but she just didn't have her great race under her belt. She was 10-1 that day. Louis Saez was in the arms. Now I'm back in 57 days. We're looking for the race back there at Churchill Downs on May 3rd. That's right. Hey, the 8 Bell Stakes. It was in the slop. She moved up quite a bit. That was an awesome race. So this horse hasn't run a race or her race in about 2.5 months for sure. We expect a bang up run from my main squeeze. She'll be picking them up. She'll be laying them down coming for home. You won't hear from her early. She won't be out of contact with this small field. But I tell you, when they turn for home, her last splits, her last quarters are very, very good. Her last eights are very, very good. Beautiful, beautiful pace numbers on this one for sure. She can stay close enough in contact with the field, but turning for home, she does kick in. And at 5-1, I'm not quite sure how I cannot use my boy money making Mike making money. And then I got Louis Saez. Well, yeah, everybody knows my long, strong love affair with Mr. Saez, my top jock in the country outside of Joel Rosario for sure. Hey, our top pick is going to be my main squeeze. And if that wasn't enough, Emory. How about the number 1 horse? Well, I'm telling you right now, this one's going to be sitting in the catbird seat, y'all. This one's going to be sitting right behind the Speed, who I anticipate to be the number 4 Ways and Means, and the outside horse, Bright Work, right? Hey, listen, the number 1 horse should get the trip of her life. Right? I do believe that Ways and Means is going to try to make the top, and I do believe Bright Work ain't going for it. So I think the 4 and the 6 are going to break and go for it a little bit here. But that puts the number 1 horse in a beautiful sitting situation. Saving ground, tracking. This one's going to unleash for sure. Love the pace numbers on this one. Love the speed figures on this one. Hey, this is the horse, if you ask me, that's going to get the trip of her life. Trained by Brad Cox and his band of merry horses. And you got the smooth Tyler Gaffleon. Hey, by the way, she's only won 4 or 5 starts. That is the floor. That is not the ceiling. This horse has won 4 or 5 starts for sure, by More Than Ready on the back end, by that classy street sense for sure. So don't get it twisted. At 5-2, that's not a square. That's a square price on Emory. This is a nice filly for sure. Hey, I like my top 2 picks, the 5 and the 1, the 1 and the 5. I'm good right there. I'll take both of those for sure. All right? Don't get it twisted. I like them both equally. The 5, my main squeeze. Love the odds on that one. And the number 1, Emory, right? Who I think is going to get a garden trip, a catbird trip behind the Speed in this race, breaking from the rail with the smooth Tyler Gaffleon. Don't sleep on this one. That's a very, very nice filly for sure. Our second pick, but equally 1 and 1A, 5, my main squeeze, and the number 1, Emory. 5-1-1-5. And of course, we're going to round out our trifecta. Well, Ways and Means, we can't disrespect her. She's never done anything wrong other than having Flavian Pratt in the arms. Hey, I'm no big fan of Flavian Pratt, but I do give him his respect and, of course, his body of work. He is a world-class rider for sure. In my opinion, does make some mistakes at crucial times, particularly at the gate. He breaks, sometimes, again. But again, I just like to have a little fun with the second greatest anchor of all time, Flavian Pratt. Having a little fun, y'all. No disrespect to Flavian. I do respect his body of work for sure. He's a world-class rider. But Ways and Means obviously is the horse to beat here. 7-5 on the morning line, on his way to 4-5, right? It's just an underlay in this particular spot against some very, very nice fillies in here for sure. That'll be our third pick, right? Again, no disrespect to Flavian, just having a little fun. That's what racing is all about for me. Your Speed King. So, in this year's test, the girls talk to me. The girls are in town. Hey, my main squeeze. I love that price at 5-1. I got Money Making Mike, and I got my boy, Louis Saez. Hello. I'll take the number 5 horse, and I'll take the number 1 over any of the other 4 fillies in this race. Emory is our second pick, and of course, we're going to round it out with the favorite in here, Ways and Means, who obviously should be the favorite and is looking to go forward as well for sure. So for us, 5115 all day long, in my opinion. 514, just like that. Go ahead and box it up. I'm not going to do nothing else like that. I'm probably going to play pick 3s and pick 4s like that, and I'm just probably going to use the 5 and the 1, the 1 and the 5. No disrespect to Ways and Means, for sure. She is a very, very talented filly. Give Chad his due. Of course, give Flavian his due. With all respect, classy-wise, right? 514, just like that in this year's test. My girls are back in town. Y'all go ahead, talk to me about this filly race. Stay classy, y'all, in all that you do. And if they go low, you keep it 100. You go high. Don't even dignify it with a response. Have some fun, y'all, as I always will. Give me some of that main squeeze. They all better be sitting on go-go, because Emory's going to get a catbird seat. Number 1 was. That's a nice filly.